So our topic is ESS job creation for a custom report. So to see this, first we'll again go to our instance. Let's close. So as you know, for custom report for ESS job creation also, we need to go to this analytics page. So we are already there. So what we'll do, we will write some query. So first, let's go to data model. For any custom, because for the seeded report already Oracle has given us the ESS job, but when we create our own customization report for those we want ESS job to be done, so we will see that how to create for those report. So I can show you one thing. I have made the notes. So you can see to how to create a custom ESS job for BIP report. First step is to create the BI reports. Okay. So to for that we will first create the data model. So we need to go to query. Suppose I'm giving ESS job view report, you can give it as. Go to this data source name. And I've already prepared the query so this is the basic query just for an example to show how to create an ESS job. Suppose we are having a PO query. Click on OK. Just we can do once, we can just view our data. So these are all the steps we have done for our last session. So what we will do, we will just save this data model. So we will share it in the shared folders. It's not any hard rule. You cannot share in the my folders. You can share it in the my folders also. You can save it, but I will save it in the custom folder so that that ESS job can be globally be used for others also. Just for so I was having one folder with my name. I will try to save it over there. Yeah, so you can see my folder. I've already created one folder. Inside this, I will keep that. Suppose ESS job PO DM. This is my data model. So for my understanding, I'm giving its naming convention as DM. I will click on OK. So my data model got saved. So to create a report, we just need to view it. I will just click on Save as Sample Data. And then we'll go for Create Report. Yeah, this is a wizard screen. We don't require that. We'll cancel it. Click on OK. And first of all, we need to link our data model, which we have created right now. So already I'm in that path. I will choose this data model. I will click on OK. And I will generate one RTF template because as I'm creating a new report. Yeah. So any layout name I can give. Suppose I'm giving ESS job PO layout. So it got saved. It will show it as here as save, but if we have to save it in our folder, otherwise we cannot view our report. So what we'll do, we'll first save this report in our path. So I want to save it on the same path, custom/puja. I want to save it over here. So I will give it as ESS job PO underscore report. Save it. Just for a clarification, let's once view the report. the export option, we have all this option. We can export according to. Okay, meanwhile, let it get downloaded. We'll just come to on the screen. Now we have created our data model and report. So for this, we'll see how to create an ESS job. So we'll come to this page. We'll click on this navigation bar. Sorry.
What happened? Some memory space problem?
One thing I can tell you, because one time I faced this thing, because as to open that report and analytics page, we go for tools and then we click report and analytics. One time I've seen that option is not there, report and analytics. So for that time, we have to copy this your instance link and just go to this other tab and just type it as analytics. If the analytic page will get open, if that option doesn't there. We just wants to run our report. As there is large number of data, so it little slow. So let me run this. Yeah. So now let's go for the ESS job creation for this particular report. So we will come to this page. We'll click on this. Yeah. We'll click on setup and maintenance. Yeah. Just click on this global search. Click on search. No, this is global search. That one is a task one. Okay. That one is task. And this is global search option. Yeah. Now over here, I will just write as manage enterprise. There's no need to write the full thing. We can write it like this because that name is quite huge. So we can search it over here, manage enterprise job. So you can see this option, manage enterprise scheduler job definitions and job sets for financial, supply chain management and related applications. So as our PO report is under supply chain management HCM, so we'll go for this option.
So Pooja, we have only these three options, right?
Yeah, one is for HCM one and this one for custom, and this is for all the HCM financial and all this AR
Okay.
report, OM report,
So,
everything we can go for.
we need to use either of three, right? Based on the requirement, whether it's CRM or nature or
Correct,
HCM. Okay.
correct.
Pooja, do you have some steps written somewhere? Because see, good that you are showing and session is also recorded. But please note down these steps in the Excel as well. So
Yes,
once this
I have these steps. I've written it down so that we can understand.
good.
So as you can see, all these are the existing job. I mean the ESS job which has already been created. So to create a new one, we will go this plus icon create option. Yeah. So suppose this is a display name, as you have seen previous page, the display name is the main job name. With this job, we will going to search on the schedule process. So like suppose we can give it as per a company. So suppose give it as XSX. This is our first
Pooja,
ESS job we are running.
I think, uh, am I audible? So
Yes, and now you're
your screen is stuck or it's stuck for me only. So I am only able to see the
is
global search.
I
is
think
it
it is
stuck?
stuck for you only to start
Okay.
because we can see.
Yeah. Please proceed.
This is we are giving this display name. So this is XX for any display name according to so that others can understand. Yeah, this is the job which we are running. So let's give it as first ESS job PO report. And same thing, you can just copy it on this. Just give me a minute. Just one.
Now we are not able to hear you, Pooja.
Oh, sorry. I just told that I'm just give me a 1 minute. Just getting a call.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. So we have given this display name and name. This is a path. As you can see, enter the name of the folder to store the job definition. The folder is created as Oracle Apps ESS Custom. So as you can see already by default, till custom, this path is there. We don't need to provide that custom slash, and after custom, whatever path we are having, we need to put it that over here. So for that reason, what we'll do, we'll come to again, we'll check our report and you can go to properties and you can see after custom what is there, it's only puja is there. So come to this and after puja just give one slash after when you're completing the whole path whatever you're having after giving that just give one backslash.
Yeah, Pooja, maybe one question. There's if you see the path, it shows the shared slash Pooja, right? But here it
Yeah,
says so we are not copying shared only till custom, right? So but the path which is showing it at ECS job is showing the ECS/custom. So is there any difference for that?
Like when I'm hovering it, it is showing.
Yes.
Acha, earlier, which would if I remove this?
Yes.
Acha, earlier,
It's
which it is
showing
showing.
ECS/custom, right?
Yeah. No, that means it is an Oracle apps ESS. This is a seeded one given by an Oracle, and after ESS, that means this is an for the ESS job. We are creating this path. Until custom, they already know that whichever job we are going to give, all the jobs should be in a custom folder. After custom, whatever folder we are having, that path we just need to mention, and they will automatically can understand that okay, from that report they need to fetch that output.
No, actually my question was different. It's showing the app/ESS, right?
App/ESS. Yeah.
And slash custom, and the path, your report path is shared, is
Custom
shared
folder.
slash custom, right? Shared/custom.
Yeah, actually, the custom is means only the shared one.
Okay, so you are saying
Okay,
nothing. So
they no, they will understand because custom folder stays in shared folders only from an Oracle side. So it's no other custom will stay in some other folders. Custom only stays in shared folders only. So automatically it will get understand. So it's not an issue.
okay,
Okay. So this is an application. So application is means that this is a PO report. So according to that, we can put one application. So as PO, that means it's a purchasing one. So we can choose it over here as purchasing. Yeah. So you can see this option. If it an requisition ESS job you want to create, go for self-service procurement. So according to that, which module you are creating that particular ESS job. So this is for PO report. This is purchasing. So if you want to give any kind of description, you can give that. So let me put it as purchasing only. Okay. So this is our job application name. As this is an FSCM one only, the PO report. So we'll select this FSCM ESS job. This is our job application name. Job type. As we know, this is a BIP job report type. We are creating a BIP report we have created in our analytics page. So our job type is BIP job type. I think as much I know, this job type is basically in R12. We use that as an executable method. That's the only thing I think over here, as much I know. So this is that. So according to that, we choose VIP job type. Okay. So if our report is having a bursting query, then we can enable this. This now our report is not having that, so not enabling it. Default output format, this is not mandatory to give. If you want to mention that, yeah, by default, when we will run our schedule process, our output should give it as PDF, XML, that we can give it over here. Now this is the report ID. This is the main thing. That is the exact path of a report which we are having in a report and analytics page. So to put this path where we will go, we will come to this report, ESS job PO report. We'll click on more. We'll click on history. And you can see this report path over here. Custom, Puja, ESS job, PO report dot XDO, the report path. So we'll just copy this over here. We'll come to this tab and we'll just paste it. So this is what .xdo, because as is a report, our xdo format is there. So job ESS job, whole path is a report. So once we create the ESS job, if we search with a report name and automatically with this report, because sometimes we don't know exactly, because sometimes everybody says the report name, they doesn't know the exact path. So we can come to this ESS option, ESS job page. We can search our report name, and automatically when we'll come over here, we can see this report path. And according to that, we go for that path. Okay, this report is in this path. So that's the important thing. And this is by default, it is enabled. If you come down, this is a parameter option. Now our report query is not having any parameter. So just I can just show you once how it looks like. If you want to give some ESS in your ESS job, some parameter you want to add, so you can go for that parameter prompt, whichever prompt it will come. That parameter, what the data type, it should be boolean data or date or time, number or string, or the page element. Now it will not pop up. So let me just give it something as PO number, just for an example to see. I'm giving it as a string. So this will get enabled now. So page element, if you give a if you give a text box means it will get a hard coded. So when you will run that ESS job, that parameter prompt will come. So you have to put the PO number as a hard coded number and you have to submit it. Then only it will come. For list of values, you have to create some value set first in your Oracle Fusion instance. Then only this list of values will come for that. Choose a list. If some drop down is there, we can search for it. So these are all the various options for a parameter. If you want to mandatory it, that in we'll run the ESS job, this parameter should be mandatory. We can go for all this. So this is for parameter. You can add multiple parameters, how many parameters you want to add for an ESS job. So nothing else we need to do. This is a basic setup to create an ESS job. So just click on save and close. Sorry, over path, I need to give a backslash. Okay. Now just click on save and close. And before doing save and close, just copy this one because with this name we need to search in our ESS job file. So just let me copy this. Yeah. Now just click on save and close. It will take some time to get saved.
It usually takes time, or it's just taking time because instance
No,
is slow.
today instance is little slow, and basically it takes time for at least 2-3 seconds to create the user job. It takes time, but for instance, it is taking more time.
So these report parameters or ESS job parameters both should be same, right? Whatever the parameters you are giving in the report, same you have to give it here as well, correct?
Correct. And it's not that if in our data model we are having suppose 10 parameter, but in our ESS job we just want to show 4 parameters. That can also be done. It's no hard and soul rule that we have to select all those 10 parameters in the ESS job. In ESS job, whatever, suppose we want our BU name should be in ESS job, but the requisition or PO number should not prompt up. So we can just add an organization name. According to our organization name, the ESS job will run and give us the output.
Okay, then
So
other parameters in the data model will be supplied from where?
as our report is get linked up, so as you will give some BU name and you will submit it, it will just show you of those particular PO which is for that BU. It will it is connected. It's nothing that if you don't if we not use that parameter in our ESS job, it will not give us the data.
It all depends
Okay.
how you write your data model. If it's parameterized, if you give that, it will take it. If you are giving some parameter like which are mandatory, then you need to give it in your ESS job parameter as well. Otherwise, it will be no output will be there.
Okay.
So I can just show you one thing. We can just take this, copy this. You can just search it over here. Just click, give it as a display name and just click on enter. You will not see any search option over here on the CSS job page. So after giving this name, just click on enter. Suppose you think that your ESS job should get edited, you want to add some more parameter or something else, you want to change your path, you have changed your layout name. So we can edit it. Just I'm just showing you that option. So it automatically came. Just click on this pencil button, automatically will go for that edit option. You can see the job type is coming as BIP, the path is coming, description purchasing, whichever we have given. Now to run this ESS job, let's see whether it's came or not. So what we'll do, we'll from here only go to this navigation option, come down, go to the schedule process. Yeah. Now click on the schedule new process. Go to this drop down, click on search and just click it over here. And always remember that whenever we search for an any scheduler of job name, if you have, so the starting should always be in caps. If you're giving it in the small letter, it will not get search. If it exists also, it will not search. So just go for search option. So we got it, which we have created. So click on OK. So as you can see, no parameter in game because we didn't mention anything. It's blank. We'll just submit this. And this job ID will come. It's according to you. Want to copy it, copy. So just let me copy so that we can monitor it. And just click on OK. And I will refresh it just to check whether it got succeeded or not. It is running. So you can see it got succeeded. I will just click on this and you can see automatically the output has came. You can also maximize this parameter option. So what parameter values we have added? Okay, we are not added any parameter. If we are added any parameter, you can see those parameter value in whatever we have added. And this is our output thing. You can click on the over here, it will get downloaded. I basically use this republish option. This republish also you can go for it. And you can choose according to your requirement. If you see, this is by default it came. So if I want this report to be in Excel, so it will also get downloaded in Excel also. So this Excel file has been came with that same report name. So this is how we do our custom ESS job for a custom report. Any question on this?
Yeah, I have a question. Like when I am creating a report and launching it as a job, and when I'm just when I'm just keeping it in the custom path and viewing it as it is. So what's the difference between them?
Sorry. So you're asking what's the difference to create a ESS job?
Yeah,
Means
like
why
I
we
can
create
report without the job also, right? Correct?
Yeah, correct. So sometimes what it happens, let me tell you. So as you can see
I
now,
think this
we
is
have,
basically for
sorry,
is
Vikansa, are
it
you
for
saying something?
scheduling? Yeah, is it for scheduling a job?
Yeah, basically what it happens, like report is there when we are clicking on open. So let me just click on open once. Okay. So what it happened as now in query you have hard coded that row number should be less than 1. But sometimes we here get a bulk of data as in there are 1 lakh, 2 lakhs data are there. So what it happens in report that timeout gets an error. So it cannot run for a lot time and it cannot support to give us that much data over here when we go for a direct run option. So at that time, what we do, there are two options. We go for it. Let me show you. There is one option we go for more and we can schedule it from here. That is one option that is from the backend scheduler. And another one, suppose the user has a requirement that we need an ESS job, they will just go in front end and they don't need to to use this analytics page option. They just need to run a job and they want to execute the output from there. They don't need to commit over here and to see whatever the report path is there. They need to click on open. They need to schedule. They need to give a job name. So many things they will not try to do. They will just direct go for schedule process. They will give a job name. Once it gets succeed, they will execute the output from there. So according to the requirement, if our requirement is there, we need to create a ESS job for that custom report. We go for that. So there are 3 tabs. We can click on open. We can see if it is in bulk data. We don't go for open option. We basically schedule it from the back end. If the option is there to schedule it from the front end, we go for that option. Is it clear now?
No, see, still why we are creating a job. I mean, my understanding is from front end perspective, only jobs are visible. No direct report can be seen. So anything, you're just putting every report or attaching to a job. That's why you can run a job from front end. Is this
Yeah.
a possibility? Is this a possibility to run a report from front end directly or not?
Without not creating an ESS job.
Correct.
So if basic, like yes, our last session, like Prashant sir said, for a report analytics, we go basic PDF report, it will come up like PO report. Basically, the standard one is there. So from front end instance only we can see. We don't need to go for the CSS job. It's according to requirement, I think, sir. So am I correct, Prashant sir?
Yeah, what you are saying, we can see analytics and dashboard reports directly. We can just click on that and it will give you an output. But for ESS job execution, you need to go through this scheduler navigation only.
No, understood. But what additional thing this ESS job provides? Why I should create a ESS job rather than looking my report directly?
When you create a BI publisher report, BIP, it's not created as a analytics or dashboard. How you will give that access to user? We usually avoid giving this BIP access to any user. They just have ESS execution access. So when you create a custom report, which is BIP, so either user have the OTBI. Once that OTBI is created, they can just go to that OTBI path and run that. Otherwise, if there is some complex logic where you have multiple tables and multiple joins as per requirement, then you need to create that BIP report, and how that BIP report will be executed by user is this ESS job.
Understood. So now understood. Because BIP report, which we are creating as a custom, the way it has to be seen better or the way it has to be run better, for that purpose, we are creating a ESS job. So user can run that report and can see it. Maybe there may be a linking or different, because maybe BIP would be running on a backend and we may not have a direct access to VIPs to the user. That's why we are creating a ESS job and attaching the VIP report there, which user can run.
Correct, sir. Yeah. And we are
But
also
in case
having a
of
parameter option also.
yeah, but in case of OTBI report, which is nothing but it is a Oracle standard report, these are available in the analytics itself. So user can directly go and can directly run this. But tell me one thing, can I also create one OTBI report?
Yes, sir. You can create your